Apefather is up all night, no sleep. And my wife, she got a very important doctor's appointment coming up in about a couple of hours. So I got to take her. Then after that, maybe I get some sleep. I'm like, ever since I was a young guy, just playing Bay Ridge, all the bars and clubs. I used to do my Billy Joel tribute gigs. I'm used to being up all night. I just have that lifestyle where it's like, I'd start a show at about 11 p.m. We wouldn't be done until like 2 a.m. Then we would go hit a diner. In Brooklyn, the diners, they're all 24 hours. I used to go to Del Rio Diner on Kings Highway, or I would go to the Vegas Diner, which was 86th Street, and eat. Like just eat a lot of food at like maybe 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Then after you eat, you can't go to sleep, right? So you're up, you're like, you're bloated, you feel fat. So, I'm used to staying up all night. And basically I'm living a very similar lifestyle. Like I'm still playing the music. I'm still eating all night. I actually ate, man. I tell you, I had like 3 of those square pies from Brooklyn Square. Oh man, I feel full. I'm shot, man. So Zanny Savage, he's always asking me, he's like, hey, Father, do a live. I keep seeing his comments. I wonder if he's going to come here. I wonder if Zanny's going to come here. He's always asking me to do a live. So I'm doing a live for you, Zanny. The question is he here? Zanny Savage. Is anyone here? I see a guy went from 1 like to do 2 dislikes. But anyway. So apparently somebody's here. Nobody's commenting yet. Who's this here? Thanks, Apefather. Can the main topic be survival guide? Good morning to you. Well, survival in what sense? Survival in the stock market, survival in the world. What are we talking about? Be specific when you say survival. There's a lot of survival. Right? What are we talking about? Food. Oh, food. The food shortage. All right. We could talk a little bit about that. This is the thing. It's a very, very important concern because you never would have thought, who would have ever believed that the coronavirus would have ever happened? Like if you would have told me this years and years ago, hey, Zanny, what's up? I just said I made this for you, Zanny. Zanny Savage is here. Thank God. We're talking about food shortage. So no, I do. You missed them, Zanny. I do live stream. I did 2 live streams the other day. You missed them. But if anybody would have came to me, right, and said that the coronavirus would have happened, where we'd be walking around with masks and forget about it, everything's shut down, the whole country shut down, I would have laughed in your face if you came to me, let's say whatever it is, 10 years ago or something. But that happened. The coronavirus happened. Okay. So can there be major shortages in food? I think it could happen. Okay. And you should always be prepared. What I suggest is this. Why don't you, like, if you normally go to the store, and let's just say you normally buy whatever it is, a couple of cans of string beans, whatever it is, if you don't normally buy a lot, consider buying a little extra, canned foods, you know what I mean? And just keep them in your pantry, keep them in storage. I do that. And very, very important, more important even, like I know you're saying postage and toilet paper. I would actually say the most important thing would be water, believe it or not. And just so that in my garage, I have to make a video on this. I have a ridiculous amount of just reserve water. God forbid for an emergency. I got those Poland Spring, those big gigantic things. I don't know. I might have like 10 of them, 15 of them. Can you melt the snow in your backyard? Yeah, I mean, they say that rainwater is good to drink. Snow water, I never did it before, but I never did that before, but I guess that's not a bad idea. You can melt the snow in your backyard, sure. People always get confused. You can't drink ocean water. A lot of people don't know that. I know it seems obvious, but my son was asking me about that the other day. He's like, Dad, he was like, if we were in the middle of the ocean, I could just drink the water to survive. I said, no, 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 you can't drink ocean water. So be sure you heat it to 100 degrees Celsius to get rid of the bacteria. Yeah, I was about to say that, yeah. But I definitely have a lot of water. And I read once that, believe it or not, if you had to have a choice between having food or having water, you want to have water. Water is the key. Not that I'm saying to you that food is not the key, but I one time read that some guy lived like a whole year. You want to hear some crazy story? A guy apparently didn't eat any food for an entire year, but he was drinking like water like crazy. And I said to myself, that seems impossible, right? That doesn't. You could look this up. I'm not lying to you. Apparently there was a guy who did not eat for an entire year. He like fasted. He was like for a whole year and lost an insane amount. He lost like 1,000 pounds. The guy was like obviously obese. He was very heavy. Made me look skinny. Haha. But what kept him alive was the water. So if you have a lot of water, to me, that's the most important thing. Now, the second most important thing is you want to have things that you don't need, okay, like to cook. You understand? You got to be because God forbid, if there's a major food shortage, you never know what could happen to the power outage. Say there's a power outage, okay? You want to have food that you don't necessarily have to cook. God forbid, in an extreme emergency. You know what I mean? Now I understand what you're saying. You're going to be like, "Oh, but we could go savage style." And you probably could. Listen, we could go. We could go like we're like living on an island. We could create our own fire. And you know what? Like I got the fire pit outside. So from time to time, you know what I do with the fire pit? I just like as an experiment. I like to use it. I did a barbecue outside on it. I cooked a lot of things on the fire pit because God forbid if there ever was a power outage, I could create a fire in a fire pit and I could cook. Like I could cook pasta. I could make all types of food, you know what I mean? You could buy your own gas. There you go. And yes, the fire pit's a great idea, but you will need firewood. Well, like I said, there's a lot of things that you could throw in there to get the fire going. It doesn't. Yes, firewood is ideal, but believe it or not, anything that's paper. You know what I mean? If you have some, I have a lot of paper, as you can imagine, toilet paper. But firewood is ideal, but any type of paper would work to start a fire, and you could do a little cooking. You know what's good? They have these like things I buy at the supermarket. I forget what they're called. These it's like a firewood, but they last for like literally like all night. They last almost like 24 hours. So those are good things to store too, because they're even better than firewood. Man, I gotta tell you, Zeddy, I ate a lot of food tonight, man. Because I went to Brooklyn Square Pizza. So I've been eating all night. I'm like friggin', I'm shot, man. I have them all the time, late night munchies. But I just had a ton of food. I honestly don't even know if I could eat it anymore. I'm a little like shocked. I think I might have had like another. I might have had like another 5 squares, and that's not including the squares I actually ate when I was out. I think we went through the whole pie. They give you a gigantic pie there. Tony Soprano style. Yeah, I got downstairs. Listen, I'm still thinking about it. I got the super sod. I got the provolone. Well, like I said, we went to what's up, Moon Boots? We went to Brooklyn Square. You can check out the video. I did a video on it, and we got the famous square pizza. Like I said, the ultimate square pizza is going to be in Brooklyn. If you ever go to Brooklyn, you go to Stillwell Avenue and 86th Street. You go to L&B Spumoni Gardens, and you ask for the chef. If you want to eat like a king, you get the chef dinner. That's that. I did a whole video on this for my birthday. It was like September 30th. and we went to Brooklyn. I did a whole video. I spent like $500, and it was the most amazing dinner. Plus the tip, I threw the guy like whatever it was. I think it was a 150 or 200. I can't remember, but definitely 150 minimum. And that's some good eating right there. But if you can't get to L&B and you're by Tom's River in New Jersey, Brooklyn Square is going to be a very, very close second. Their pizza is awesome at Brooklyn Square. They all love me there. The owners say, because I go there a lot. You come into New Jersey in the summer, good. Well, hang out. Give me a call. What's your thoughts on the Fortnite Battle Pass? That's something you should probably ask my son. He's into the games. He's a gamer. Not really so much me. I get all of that stuff for the kids, for Michael and Sophia. They got every game system that you can imagine, everything. They got the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X, and then he's a collector, so he collects all of them: the PlayStation 4, 3, 2, 1, the Xbox One, and all that stuff. He's got the whole collection of all of them. He's got the 360 in his room. He's got everything that you could possibly imagine. He even got like the old style. He's got the Sega Genesis. He's playing like the original Sonic, the Nintendo with the Mike Tyson boxing. I mean, we got like literally every game system. It's insane. We got to drink some Johnny Walker Blue. Absolutely. So apparently GTII is going to pop now, according to Common Sense Investor. This is what I feel, okay? I mean, obviously, there's no question there's a lot of stuff going on in the market that is corrupt. The thing is, you get to a point where you say to yourself, what should happen and what actually does happen are two different conversations, right? Like AMC should have squeezed. Just based on the synthetics that are involved in AMC, based on the failed to delivers, based on everything that we've all witnessed, AMC should have squeezed. And, there are times that I lose faith. I do. I get frustrated because I know a lot of you don't want to hear this shit. Like, I don't want to hear AMC, go F yourself. But you know what keeps me going is HKD. I actually just did a video on this. The fact that HKD, I was looking at it before. It went to like $2,500, I think $2,550 a share. Who would have ever believed something like that could have happened? Now I know you're going to be like, oh, but there's no hedge funds involved in HKD. But that should be that if HKD had no hedge funds involved, right, and that thing went to $2,500 a share, AMC then should go 10 plus that. See, the whole thing is there's a lot of things going on in the stock market, and I know people don't want to hear it. But it's the truth. There's a lot of corruption. There's a lot of corruption going on. And, so to answer your question, I don't think that there's fairness, if this is going to answer your question, in the stock market. So with that said, will they let COSM squeeze? Probably not. No. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. Because we've already seen this. I'm waiting on AMC. So all Lou is trying to do is get views. That Lou is, can I tell you all something? And if you guys don't believe it, you're all stupid, pure and simple stupid. Lou doesn't invest in the stock market. Lou doesn't have a portfolio. People believe. Lou said in a recent video, right? He said that he made millions and millions of dollars at COSM. Yet he's still wearing the same Under Armour shirts, the same shitty sneakers. He's walking around, New York City. He's got no car. I believe he lives with his mother. I'll say alleged in a Section 8 apartment. That's alleged, but that's what most people believe. Most people believe he's on food assistance, free medical, Medicaid. So, but yet he's making claims that he's made millions of dollars. If Lou made millions of dollars, who believes? Because Lou is a bragger. Who believes that Lou is a bragger? He's always talking shit, right? Oh, I own a penthouse apartment. Okay. So who believes if Lou made millions on COSM that he'd be walking around? He wouldn't be walking around. He'd buy a Rolls Royce Phantom. He'd buy a Maybach, and he would give himself a personal driver. He'd be like Big Pun in the back with his feet up, drinking Johnny Walker Blue, like Zadie Savage just said. He'd be smoking Cuban cigars. Like, listen, I would. You know what I mean? So this concept of Lou making millions of dollars in COSM is complete and utter, BS. I made $83. I actually made, that's funny, Wim. I actually made $1,500 on COSM. The truth, on God. I made $1,500. And I only was playing with small money. Like I was only playing with like 500, 1,000. And I told everybody, I actually said to everybody, if COSM goes to like 35 cents, I felt it was a buy at that price. And it went as low as 36 cents. Now, if you check the what do you call the early morning hours here now, you're looking at COSM already at 45 cents in the pre-market. So if you look at the pre-market, COSM is already at 45 cents. So if somebody if someone listened to the Apefather, now I don't give financial advice. I'm an entertainer. This live stream is not financial advice. This live stream is for entertainment purposes only. But I said it. I said I felt that GTII, like Teddy Z was buying it at 60 cents or something. I think John Wick Snippet, he's bag holding it. He's like at like a high average, something like 65 cents or something in the 60 cents range. I said, wait for this thing to go to 35 cents. Now, if someone actually jumped in around 36 cents, right now in the pre-market, it's at about 45 cents, I think the last time I checked. John Wick Snippin, you have to understand though, he took a loss on AMC because he sold. Remember, when you sell, you take a loss. He also took a major loss on AVCT. He took a major loss on all the Teddy Zane momentum plays. You're talking about a guy, and I don't want to abuse him, but I don't like John Wick Snippet, as you all know. I don't like him at all. You're talking about a guy who sold silverware. He sold silverware on his live stream. Selling silverware. So I don't believe that he's doing well financially. John Wick Snippet. That's just my opinion. I'll say it's alleged, but it's my opinion. The guy's doing a live stream. He buys himself a dinner. He doesn't buy a dinner for his wife. What? I could go on and on with that guy, but I don't want to waste my time. Ape at $1 is very tempting. I agree with that. I agree. I think AMC is very tempting even at its current prices. People forget AMC, went to 73, right? I mean, even if you're just thinking of it, if you're not even thinking of the MOAS for a second, right? Like, let's put aside the MOAS, AMC is priced at like, what, 8 and change? That's cheap, man. I wish I could have started at that price range. How is Ape so low? Well, I think a lot of people, it's a combination, Zanny, of Adam, Aaron, obviously selling. I think it's a combination of a lot of people sold Ape to get, AMC. They didn't want Ape. I know a lot of people told me that. A lot of people just sold their Ape. They got out of it. Adam Aaron is not on our side. I agree with that. I've always said that. Look, Adam Aaron just wants to keep his job. That's just my opinion. Look, again, I don't want to upset people, but for people to think that Adam Aaron wants the MOAS, people would leave him. Every single retail investor would take their money. We would be like that song, I got nowhere to go. Gonna take my AMC money to Mexico, Christopher Cross. And AMC will be finished, gone. Okay. So does he want the MOAS? No. He wants to keep his job. He wants AMC to do fundamentally better. And he wants to see AMC get out of debt. And he wants to see AMC, profiting, making money and profiting, and he just wants a long, fruitful career. But that's not what we want. We want the short squeeze. We want the Boaz. So, you know, that's something that would be very, very negative for Adam Aaron and very positive for us. Anybody know how much he put into Highcroft? I think he invested 25 million, was it? Something like that, right? Wasn't a lot of money. I think it was somewhere between 22 to 25 million. Something like that. He's in that for the long term. But you know, the whole thing with Lou, I just want to get back to that because I know we're jumping around, is that nobody holds this dude accountable. And there's this new YouTuber, and I really want to give him a shout out, YouTube Worst Enemy. And he's really, really been like giving it to Lou. You should check this guy out. Do a search, YouTubers Worst Enemy. And I really enjoyed his first video on Lou. I mean, he was spot on. He was really, really spot on. So, you can tell him Apefather gave him a shout out. I actually think I know who the guy is. I can't reveal it without his consent, but there's a guy who, he's a good friend of mine. He happens to be an ape. I know on his videos, he says he's not invested in the stock market, but there's a very good friend of mine who happens to live in New York, like him. And, let's just say I've heard his voice before on the phone because we spoke, and I believe I know who that guy is. And I think that he did a great job on that video with Lou. If you don't think they are holding him accountable, you don't know what is going on in the background. I'm just saying that anybody who could continue to be wrong time and time again, okay, and can continue to have followers, like they're not unsubscribing to him, they're still watching his videos. I'm just saying that it seems like Lou has like a get out of jail free card to me. It seems like he can literally do anything. He can say anything. And if I was Lou, sometimes I think Lou does watch my videos. Lou should just continuously stick with AMC. I think that when he left, here's the bottom line, okay? Lou never invested in AMC. Lou never invested in anything. But the thing was, AMC was his bread and butter. AMC was getting him the most views. Like he was getting 30, 40,000 views a video. And now he's not, everything went like downhill for him. Like when he left AMC, at least when I say left AMC, stopped talking about, that's the correct way because he never invested in AMC. But when he stopped talking about AMC, his subscriptions went down, his viewership went down. People don't trust him anymore, and now it's like I just feel like Lou is on maximum like stress. He's always very angry and protecting himself, and like Lou is fighting everybody on Twitter. I heard he's fighting everybody on YouTube, and it's just that people are starting to see that he's a con man. They're starting to see he's a bullshit artist. I like that, but here's the thing. The dude still got 81,000 subscribers, like 81.6. The dude is still getting thousands of views per video. I just don't understand why anybody would watch this guy. Like obviously you can't be watching him for financial advice. I mean, listen, you shouldn't be watching any of us. No YouTuber, just so you understand. Not me, not Lou, not Teddy Zane, not John Wick Snippin. No one is financial advisors. We're all entertainers. Understand that. We're all entertainers. And the thing is, Lou doesn't have that disclaimer. He doesn't have that disclaimer. He never says it. Did you ever hear Lou one time say that I'm just an entertainer? Did you ever hear? I haven't heard him say it. I never one time heard Lou say that this video is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner or advisor. I am merely an entertainer. This video is for entertainment purposes. I never heard Lou say that. What's the best Italian restaurant in New York? I mean, I would have to say L&B Spumoni Gardens in Brooklyn. That's Stillwell Avenue and 86th Street. To me, I've eaten at every Italian restaurant that you could imagine. And L&B Spumoni Gardens is the best. If you wanted a number two choice, I would say Orto Bello's in Brooklyn. That's Bay Parkway at 65th Street. Amazing. Orto Bello's. It's a very small place, but the food is absolutely incredible. It's my good friend Andy. Tell Andy, you can say the Apefather, Richie sent you. Talk about food. I'm hungry. You got that. You're welcome, William. You got to always have, reserve food for like late night snacks. I always have it in my, like I could go down. Listen, I have a tremendous amount of food right now in my refrigerator. So if I wanted to eat, I could. But the thing is, I ate a lot tonight. That's the thing. I ate a lot of food. I ate a lot. So I don't know if I can eat it anymore. Like I ate literally maybe almost 10 squares between what I ate at the restaurant and what I ate when I came home. I'm shot, man. But we'll see. Maybe I'll eat. We'll see. So basically what my game plan is now with the whole stock market is this. Can I tell you what my game plan is? I'm holding my AMC. I'm holding GameStop. I'm holding Ape. I'm holding Highcroft. I'm holding what else is there in my portfolio? UXIN. I got a few other stocks, okay? But I try to do scalps here and there. That's it. You know what I mean? And when I see an opportunity, it could be a penny stock. I don't care getting. I don't throw a lot of money in penny stocks, but that's the thing that people don't understand about me is like if I'm going to invest in a penny stock, the most I'm going to put into it would be $1,000, and that's the most. Most likely, even like less than $1,000. I would and listen. I've already made money. I made money on TCDA. I made money on COSM. I proof I made videos. Are you talking about Lou? Lou trimmed his beard. I'm sorry. I apologize. Lou trimmed his beard. I do believe he trimmed his beard. It 100% should be very long at this point. Like, look, you can see my face, right? This is just a couple of days. This is just a couple of days. If I let my beard grow for a month, I would look like literally Grizzly Adams. I would look like Santa Claus. Like you've seen me with videos where I didn't shave for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and I was very, very hairy. So yes, Lou 100% trimmed his beard. I mean, he knows that it's not. GTII is not going to $100. At this point, Lou should just shave his friggin' beard. I mean, there's no chance that GTI is going to $100. Again, I'll say, look, anything's possible, but I highly doubt that GTII is going to go to $100, right? You only lose money, Sam the Great, when you sell. Can we get this straight? Listen to me. This is not hard to understand. You only make money when you sell, and you only lose money when you sell. That's it. Period. I can't stand it, and I'm not trying to upset you, Sam the Great, but I can't stand it when people say to me that I lost money on AMC. And I say to them, but I didn't sell. So how do you know in another 6 months, right? Let's just say AMC is not going to be at $50 a share, and my cost average is much, much lower at this point. I have a tremendous amount of AMC shares, a tremendous amount, and I have a very low cost average now. It's not my cost average is not 53 anymore. People keep saying that, oh, your cost average is 53. I'm not going to get into what it is, but let's say half of that. I lowered it a tremendous amount. People don't realize it. I keep buying AMC. I don't buy a lot. I'll buy 100 shares. Like recently, I just bought like 105 shares. And then a month ago, I threw like 15,000 in it, AMC. So I'm always I'm always putting money in AMC and lowering my cost average. But the thing is, you don't lose money and you don't make money until you sell, period. So people got to stop saying that, man. They got to stop. I can't stand it when people say that stuff. You lost money. You lost money. Do you use Twitter a lot? It's much better now. Yeah, Elon's involved. I have a Twitter account. I don't use it that much. I should, but I do have Apefather, AMC Apefather on Twitter. I do use it, but not a lot. Not a lot. I should use it more. YouTube takes up most of my life, you know? Most of the bots are gone. Yeah, no, it's Elon, you know. Elon doing his thing, you know. Good for Elon. I mean, Elon is all for free speech. He's bringing that back. So yeah, you could probably say things without worried about being politically correct or worry about the bias anymore. So I give Elon Musk credit in that department, 100%. No, I haven't slept yet, and the thing is, I got to get going soon. I can't even stay on this too much longer. My wife has a 7 o'clock, very early. She has to go because she gets her treatment today, and she has to get there early. It's like a whole process when she gets there. I don't know what they do. They do the blood work, they do all the testing, so she gets there early at the hospital, and then she winds up getting a treatment sometime around like 8 a.m. So I gotta go soon, but I could talk to you a little longer. I just wanted to do a quick little live stream because I know Zadie Savage, he was mad at me. He's like, "You never do live streams. You never do live streams." I do live streams. He just missed a couple of them. I'm just chilling, man. I'm chilling. Like I have a different life than most people. You know, I don't. I'm at a point where I have enough money. Thank you, Sam. I have enough money where I could live a pretty decent life. You know what I mean? I don't have to stress so much. So I don't see the point of throwing a tremendous amount of money in the stock market. I know you guys probably don't believe it, but I have only around 10% of my net worth in the stock market. And it took me time, by the way, to just reorganize my finances. I've been doing this for a while. It took me about a year because at one point I probably had about 50% of the stock market of my net worth. Thank you, Sam the Great. But I took a trip to Florida. A lot of people don't know. I sold some family assets, and it's gotten to the point now where I reorganized my finances, and I only have about 10% in the stock market. So the thing is, I could hold my stocks easy. Like that's why I don't really put too much money in the stock market anymore. I don't, like I said, you know what I do is from time to time I might take a couple of G's. Like seriously, like very small money. And if I see a play that I think is going to run, you know, I'll throw it in there. But I'm not going to put. There's no way. Like look at Teddy Zate. I think that guy's nuts, man. I think that guy's nuts. How could that dude put like he puts like what 40 or 50,000 in COSM? I would never do that. I would never do that. And to do it at high prices. To do it at high prices. You want to hear Christmas songs? Yeah, I gotta wake up everybody in my house, right? um, yeah, I really can't play it right now. Yeah, copyright. He's right. I always get my bowls broken. Maybe I'll just do one. All right. I'll do one Christmas song for you. All right. I'll do. They don't break my balls on Santa Claus is coming to town, but they always break my balls on every other Christmas song. Every other Christmas song, YouTube is telling me it's like a copyright thing. I don't get copyright strikes, but you have to share the revenue. But I noticed that on Santa Claus is coming to town, YouTube didn't break my balls. So I'll do that one for you. Okay, I'll do one Christmas song for you, but then we'll continue to talk. Okay, let me do that real quick. We'll do a little Santa Claus is coming to town. Right now, my balls are coming to town. I got to pick my pants up here. Hold on. Well, Santa Claus is coming to town. What do I do with my glasses? Thank you. Razor Balls is coming to town, yeah. So getting back. I don't put too much money in the stock market anymore. I would never put, like I was saying about Teddy Zane. I don't know what he's thinking to put so much money in like a penny stock. Like I think he took a big hit. I think he took hits a couple of times with COSM. I don't think it was a one-time hit. He actually recently said it again. He said that he was investing in SPY. He was up like $2,000. You're as good of a musician as Weird Al. Weird Al was a funny guy. I will tell you that. I like that song he did. Eat It instead of Beat It. You know, I like the Gangsta's Paradise. He did the Amish Paradise. I like Weird Al. Weird Al is a funny dude, man. His Rambo impression was the funniest shit I've ever seen. But anyway, you know, I'm just at a point like, so here's basically what I'm doing. You know, I got my AMC, I got my Ape, I got my GameStop, I got my Highcroft, I got some UXIN, which I believe. Look, I don't care what anybody says about UXIN. Over the next couple of years, it's projected that UXIN, the used car industry in China, is going to be over $300 billion. And UXIN is the leader. Okay. So if they could just pick up 1% of the market share, you're talking a 10x or more of your investment. So I've done parody songs, you know. Again, it's not financial advice though. Entertainment purposes only. I've done a lot of parody songs. I made fun of Lou. I made fun of Teddy Zane. I made fun of Ken Griffin. I made fun of Gary Gensler. I made fun of everybody. I've done a tremendous amount of parody songs. You got to just look it up. You know, I got a lot of videos, thousands of videos I did. Also, my main thing right now is I'm just trying to be liquid. You want to know the truth? I'm trying to be liquid. What's up, Tommy? You know, it's cash. Cash is king. Okay. Cash is king. And I like having cash on me because I just don't know what's happening in this crazy world. Food shortages, some, you know, talks of nuclear war. Remember what, God forbid, you know, with the whole Russia and the Ukraine tensions. And this is a crazy world we're living in. You know what I mean? So I just feel that you want to have cash. You want to be liquid. So cash is important to me. I also have a lot of gold because I feel gold is a great hedge against what's happening right now in the current market with inflation and higher interest rates. Cash, baby. So, you know, that's what like I said, look, I'll give you an example. Like, I don't like showing like things, like big things. I don't like showing big things. Okay. But little things I don't mind showing. Okay. Little things I don't mind showing. Big things I mind showing. But this is just in my wallet. So you see what I'm saying? It's cash, baby. Cash is king. Cash. You always want to have cash in you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is just small money. This is just like fun money. I call these fun coupons. You know what I mean? Fun coupons. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's $2,000. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, $3,000, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 4. It's $4,000. I mean, this is just my fun money. I call it fun coupons. This is just for me to have fun, have a good time. A little food, a little entertainment, you know? My true money's in my safe deposit box. But like I said, I just believe in this world, you want to have your money in, you want to have cash. I say precious metals is great. You can't go wrong with gold. You can't go wrong with silver. Hold on for 1 second. All right. I'll be right back. Hold on. Janet? Who's that? Is that Michael? Oh, I heard noise. I'm going to take a quick leak. Say I got to drain the lizard. Give me 1 second here. I'm back. Sorry about that. Look, there's the famous sword. It's crazy, right? The Legend of Steel. Steel. What is steel if not the hand that grips it? It's flesh that is truly strong, right? Little Conan the Barbarian in the house. What do you think of the new emojis? Hey, man, emojis are cool. That's all I have to say about that. They're cool. Cool like Fonzie. Apefather, you have a lot to do, lots of lives, breakfast lives, and late night lives. It will help your channel. Yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of lives, Annie. I promise. I promise you, brother. I will 100% do a lot of lives. It's just my lives are a little different than the other guys. Like, I'm not gonna do lives where I'm staring at a stock all day and I got a chart in front of me. I'm not gonna do that. That's just boring. You know what I mean? But my lives are more or less an opportunity for all of us to ask questions. Like if you got questions, if you got things on your mind, that's what my lives are. My life. Thank you, Zanny. You could do shorter lives. Yeah, I try to do shorter lives. I've been trying to do more lives. I'm going to do more, I promise. But I just like to reflect on the week, on what everybody's talking about. Here's Justice, by the way. That's Justice. Here's Ape Jr. Hello, my ape family. He loves me. And I got another ape. Let me show you. Here's my brother George here. Curious George in the house. Ooh. Wow! So that's what I'm talking about here. I got my LBI. It's Long Beach Island, my patriotic, hat. And that's about it. You know what I mean? So I'm just chilling in the stock market right now. You know what I mean? I got my ape shirts. Yeah. Hey, you want to see some stuff here? I'll show you. This is when I'm just chilling Tony Soprano style. I got my Fruit of the Loom here. V-neck. You want to see some shirts here? Let's see what we got. This is a cool shirt. I used to wear this a lot to Atlantic City. See this shirt? It says, I am not retired. Gambling is hard work. I don't know if you see that. Gambling is hard work. Sundial, yeah. Absolutely, man. You can't go wrong with listen, cannabis, marijuana is legal now in Jersey. It's crazy. It's legal everywhere, I think. It's crazy, right? You could actually walk down the street and you could smoke weed. It's legal, I think. It's freaky crazy. This is probably my favorite shirt of all time here. You have to say, leave the gun, take the cannoli. That's from the Godfather Clemenza. Leave the gun. Don't forget the cannolis. Ah. Trying to see if I can find the funny shit here. Cobra Kai. No Mercy. Anyway, I got a lot of funny shirts. Lots of funny things. Trying to think here what else I could do here. There's the Apefather right there. Imagine waking up to this every day. Look, I wake up to that. I go to sleep. That's my pit. This is in my bedroom. What's for breakfast? Zadie is starving right now. We gotta get Zadie some food. I think if I was eating right now, I think that you would get upset. I don't want to upset you, Zadie. Yeah, thank you. I wake up to that. It's my picture, my inspiration for all my ape brothers and my ape sisters, my ape family. You inspired me to eat. Yeah. I mean, you know what it is. The kid's going to school now, Zanny. My wife is up. The kids are up. They're getting ready for school. I can't be going down there eating right now. They'll think I'm nuts. They already think I'm nuts, but they'll think I'm really nuts. Well, you should do it. When I was younger, I used to have a much bigger appetite than I do now. I think I think I ate like 10 Big Macs one time. I could eat probably, if I push myself, I could probably still eat 10 Big Macs now. But I can't eat more than that, I don't think. I think 10 would be the max. Yeah, it's just so much cholesterol. It's just like, what the problem is I could do it, I could eat it, but you're thinking in your head, you're thinking while you're eating all that food, you're like, oh my God, what am I doing, Double Whoppers, I've had a lot of double Whoppers. I eat two easy. Two double Whoppers easy. I once had 3 triple Whoppers. That was hard. I had 3 triple Whoppers once. You should try that. I'm not kidding you. I remember I wanted to faint. I felt like I was gonna faint. I had 3 triple Whoppers. This was a number of years ago, but I actually did that before. Can't do the same things now that we do when we were younger, right? You know what I mean? When I was younger, I was like an unstoppable, like friggin' force. I had a stomach like a tank, like a tank. Now I got to be honest with you. I get the acid reflux. You understand? I feel it right now. I had the square where I had like maybe 8 squares, and I feel it right here. All the acid reflux, man. So I got to trim down too. I got to stop eating so much. It's fun to eat though. It's fun to eat, but when you get older, see, you guys are probably young. You don't know the Apefather is 45. I'm 45 years old. I'm no young spring chicken no more. And you start to feel it when you get older. You can't do the same things. Like when I drink, I went out not too long ago and I was drinking Jameson. I did like what, maybe 4 doubles. And you feel that shit, man. You feel it when you're 45. It's like you can't do the same. When I was younger, forget about it. I could go all night. I could go like a fish in the water. I go all night drinking, eating, no problem. I never saw you eat grilled. What is that? Halloumi? Disappointed a little. What is grilled halloumi? Are you making fun of Lou? Or is that actually a real meal? I was gonna say instead of salami, halloumi. It's cheese, really? I never even heard of that before. I'm sorry. I got to check that out. I got to research that. Grilled halloumi. 1977. That's when I was born, William. We were born the same year. I was born in 1977. Yeah, I love food so much that I wrote a song. As you know, I'm not going to play it, but I wrote a song called the Brooklyn Song. So if you look up Apefather on YouTube and you look up the Brooklyn Song, I really should start promoting it again. I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna start promoting the Brooklyn. I got to get that song known. I got to get that song famous. I'm gonna start promoting that song again, the Brooklyn Song. But you should check that out. You should do a search for Apefather, the Brooklyn Song, and it's a song that the Brooklyn Magazine. If you actually look up my name, Richie Lavoie, right? Levoi, and if you do a Google search for Richie Lavoie, the Brooklyn Song, you'll actually see an article of Brooklyn Magazine. They said this was the best ballad, if you could believe this. This is from Brooklyn Magazine, the hometown paper. Said they considered the Brooklyn Song, the best ballad ever written about Brooklyn. That's my song, so I'll just do a little tiny piece of it, all right? I'm gonna do a little tiny piece of it. It won't be a copyright strike because I wrote it, right? I'm gonna give you a little bit of Brooklyn, okay? This is the song I wrote. It's called the Brooklyn Song. Grew up on the Coney Island side. Hot dogs at Nathan's and the Cyclone for a ride. Cruising down 86th Street. Got my windows open, blasting music with a beat. Saturday night at Bay Ridge. Picked up a girl and made out under the Verrazano Bridge. Late night food at Del Rio Diner. Nothing makes me feel finer than good old Brooklyn is on my mind. Only Brooklyn, one of a kind. I want Brooklyn to always be home to me. It's a quick little version of it. As the Brooklyn Song. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's a song I wrote. To hear the full song, you could just go to search on either Google or YouTube and type in either my name, which is Richie Lavoie, L-E, V as in Victor, O-I, and then the Brooklyn Song. And you could even see the article, which is from Brooklyn Magazine. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not really a singer. Look, everybody, breaks my balls. I'm a piano player. Like, that's my thing. I'm a piano player. I sing for fun. I am definitely not a good singer. You know what it is? Have you ever done something in your life that you're not great at? Like if you ever went bowling, for instance, right? You don't have to be a professional bowler to bowl. Just that you ever play pool in a bar, but you're not like a pool shark. It's the same thing with me. I don't consider myself a singer, but I like to sing. It's fun. So I do it. Everybody breaks my balls. Like, I don't like the way you sing, Apefather. I don't like your voice. So I'm like, what do you want me to tell you? I do it for fun. Do you smoke? Be honest. Occasionally. Like I don't smoke every day, but occasionally, yeah, I smoke. I just, for me to take singing lessons is not worth it because I don't consider my voice to be my main instrument. You understand? Like, I'm a piano player. The piano is my main instrument. You know what I mean? And I wrote a lot of songs that feature my piano playing. Like, I'll just give you an example really quick. Like one of my favorite piano players was Chick Corea. You probably are not going to like this because I don't know if you like jazz. This is like jazz, but I just want to show you that I'm a piano player. Hold on. This is a song I wrote. It's called Funk a la Richie. Totally inspired by Chick Corea, if you know jazz. Hold on here. Gotta get serious on this one. So that's showing off my piano skills. Yeah, it's a Latin jazz song. It's if you listen to like Chick Corea, it's like on the lines of like Spain. But you see, that's what I'm saying. I consider myself to be a good piano player. Like there's not too many people who could do that on the piano. That's hard. You have to be a trained, piano player. So piano is my main instrument. Singing is just a fun thing. I just do it for fun. You know what I mean? I like it. It's fun. People always ask me, like, what do you sing for? What do you sing if my jazz musicians who are my brothers, from music, we all play jazz. And they always say something like, Richie, F the singing, don't sing. But the thing is, I like Frank Sinatra. You understand? I love Frank Sinatra. I don't know if this is going to be a copyright strike, but I love Sinatra. You know what I mean? And it's fun to sing. I just love them. It's like a fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. It's just fun to sing, you know. I love Frank Sinatra. Is there something you don't want to play on the piano? I don't know. I even don't want to play. That's a difficult thing. I love to play everything on the piano. You know what I mean? If you could cover themes from new movies or games, you could get a lot of views from the younger audience. I do that once in a while. Like I did that, Still Dre. I did all that stuff. I did that for the younger kids. I do that. Like if you look up Apefather, Still Dre, I've done all that stuff before. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. But I got to get going here because my wife has got to go to the doctor's. I know she's like, I see her at the door here. She's getting ready to knock. But listen, God bless all of you. Good luck. Remember, health is first. My grandmother Anna always told me this. Health is first. I wish you all the best of health. I wish you all the best of happiness and success. But health is always first. God bless. I'll speak to all of you soon.